Charging on this trip is not going to be an issue. There's plenty of charging.
All right, pulling into our supercharger station here. Looks like we have a wait. So
e-tron unplugged like 10 minutes ago and has not moved their car. So it's getting drama here. It's getting spicy.
all right. We are plugged in, ready to charge. So yeah, looks like that one doesn't want to work. Let's go try another one.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the EV Geek podcast. I'm Joel. This is Sebastian. Today we have a little treat for you. We are doing the Southern Sprint Race to Austin. We're going to be both at Electrify Expo this weekend, so we thought, hey, let's race two EVs there. But it's a little bit different race, because what are we racing, Sebastian?
We're racing a Model Y long range,
Model Y long range.
all-wheel drive,
All-wheel drive.
against a Chevy Bolt.
Yes.
We know who's going to win.
Yes. The question is, if you're watching this video and want to know who's going to win, we know who's going to win. The question is, by how much is the Model Y going to win by? So we thought we'd do a cool little video while we're doing it. It's about a 10-hour trip, I believe it is, with stops. So it's about a 10-hour trip with stops, doing it all in one day. And we wanted to see just how better efficiency and time you get with the Model Y as compared to the Bolt. Range-wise, I mean, with degradation, 100% charge on this is only about 288. What are you at 100% charge?
EPA rating is like 260.
260. So we're not far off that way, range-wise, but where's the difference come in?
It's going to be charge times, obviously.
It's going to be charge
The Bolt
time.
charges at 55 kilowatts max, and that's only to like 50%.
Yeah.
You, in theory, can do 250 kilowatts.
I can do over 200 kilowatts, but on this Model Y, it's only going to do it for about, 5 minutes, and that's it. Once you get to about 30%, that's going to drop below, 30% state of charge is going to drop below that 200 kilowatts at the station. But you do get the charge and supercharger network.
That's true. We both can use supercharger networks. You could technically use EA if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm not going to use EA. So there's charging on this trip is not going to be an issue. There's plenty of charging from Little Rock, Arkansas, where we're starting, to Austin, Texas, where we're finishing. So not going to have to worry about range and if we're going to make it to the next charger or not or things like that. It's a very well-populated area. Plenty of charging. You can only use the V3s, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so lots of V2, a lot of V3s, some V2s. I'll actually try to skip the V2s if I can because help me with my charge rate. So our question is to you, how much do you think the Model Y is going to beat the Bolt by? What is your prediction?
You're going to beat me by at least an hour.
So he thinks an hour. So he thinks I'll get there an hour before him. I was thinking 45 minutes.
Okay.
So, yeah, so we're close on that.
Yeah,
So-
this should be fun. The most popular EV currently on sale. This is what most people, when they have their charge curves that drive EVs
Yep.
and charge times and road trip times, you're a good representation of that. And I'm
Yep.
a good representation of what one of the worst charging
One of the
EVs
worst
is.
charge EVs is driving it for 10 hours. So, all right, thank you for joining us. We're going to finish charging. We're almost 200%. We're starting here at Franklin Charging in Little Rock. You've seen us do videos with Franklin Charging. JT's here. We're going to go in. We're going to grab some coffee, maybe a croissant. We'll hop in our cars, do a little route planning, and we'll see you on the road. See you in a bit, y'all.
Hey everyone, you guys join me in the future. I just wanted to go do a huge shout out to A to Z for sending me the adapter you'll see me use on my Chevy Bolt all throughout this video. It is the fairly new A to Z NAX to CCS adapter. They call it the Typhoon Pro plug. And we have a coupon code you can use if you want to pick up your own adapter. That'll get you 10% off. And so you should see it pop up on the screen somewhere here. And we will also make sure to throw a link in the video description for you. But again, huge thanks to these guys for sending them over to me. I have had the original Typhoon plug, and I just was on a whim, just like, hey, do you think we can get the new one just so I can try it out? And it was here in 2 days after I sent them that email. So they were awesome for sending it over. And again, we've got a 10% off coupon code you can use to buy it or anything else from their store. But without further ado, let's drive.
So getting things set up here in the Bolt. I'm at 98%, I believe. So should be done anytime now. And looking at ABRP, it looks like 10 hours and 3 minutes with 3 stops, which honestly ain't too bad for a 500-mile trip. Looks like it's going to have me drive and get to New Boston at 13%, use a Tesla supercharger. And then we're going to get to Buc-ee's at 10%. And Abbott, Texas at 10%. And these are some long stops. So we'll see how this goes. But, I mean, should be fairly comfortable. I will be using FSD for this drive. By FSD, I mean full Sebastian driving. So we'll see how it goes.
Huge shout out to Franklin Charging today for the coffee and Seminoles. It was awesome. So pulled up where we're going today. So we're heading to 150 Parker Drive. That's where our hotel is. And as you can see, looks like I got 3 stops to make. It's in Nash, Texas, Royse City. Did I say it right, Sebastian? Royse City? Okay. And Abbott, Texas. So not very long stops, 30, 20, and 25 minutes. I may adjust that to see if I can maybe kind of speed through and do some more stops at shorter times. We will see. I really want to beat him by more than an hour, just because I can. He's already done his intro video. So yeah, I'll update you here once we get on the road. Looks like our arrival time should be around 5:45 p.m. Right now it is almost 9 o'clock here, so that's quite a long trip to be in the car. So check on y'all in a bit. See you later. All right, so we're getting ready to pull out here exactly at 9 o'clock. So some of the rules we didn't talk about. So 5 miles per hour over as fast as you can go. Most of Arkansas is going to be 75 miles per hour. I don't know what it is once you get to Texas. It's probably the same thing. So 80 is the max that we can go if it's 75, or if it's 70, it's 75. I checked GPS and my phone. I'm 1 mile per hour off, so that means I can actually technically do 6 in the car to be GPS correct. So Sebastian just finished charging. We both got to 100%. And we're going to pull out here. It's 9 o'clock. Let's go. I'm going to try to beat him out. All right, y'all. See you along the way.
All right, it is 9 o'clock on the dot. We are heading out. So, map says I have 2 hours and 20 minutes before we stop again in New Boston, Texas, with 13% remaining. We will see if I beat that estimate. 13% is honestly kind of a high arrival. I would like to get there a little lower, but this is one of those routes where I just have to take the charges where I can get them. I can't really, it's not like I could stretch it maybe another 5% and charge somewhere else. There's not really any other options. So that's what I'm going to do.
We are leaving Little Rock, and there's one advantage I have too over Sebastian, which is full self-driving. Yeah, I'm spoiled. He has full self-driving too. It's called full Sebastian driving. So, but I don't think it's as good as mine. It's going to make this trip a whole lot easier. We got FSD on. We'll see you later, Little Rock. We have about 2 hours and 2 minutes till our first charging stop, which is right over the border in Nash, Texas, a little bit past Texarkana. We'll give you all some updates here in a little bit. As we have cloudy weather, we will have some rain today, off and on. It's cooler outside. It's only 60 degrees outside. So yes, we like the clouds. Yes, we like the cooler temps, but probably not big fans of the rain. That will have something to do with efficiency too. Hopefully the rain stays light. And let's do this. A little rush hour traffic this morning leaving Little Rock. Sebastian is somewhere behind me. I think he got stuck in the traffic back there behind some cars, so I do have the lead. Not sure where he has to stop and charge. I think he can make it to the supercharger station in Nash, or he may have to stop a little bit before that in Texarkana. I'm not sure, but that's where the time's going to be made up, is the charging stops, because I'll be able to get in and get out in about 20-25 minutes. It'll probably take him 35-40 minutes to get out. We also do, looking at that flag up there, it is a very windy day today, so wonder how that's going to play into an efficiency. I was supposed to arrive at 32%. I'm down to 31. Still have plenty of enough buffer there to get me to Nash, Texas. Cloudy day, which we love. Big old campers and on the road day. Looks like a lot of people are getting out for the weekend. Sebastian, I slowed down a little. Actually, he's good construction, so I think he's breaking the laws here and breaking the rules and going faster than 5 over because we're in a 60 right now with construction. See if he's going for the pass. He is. Folks, he is going for the pass. Look at that. Look at that bolt. Look at that sexy looking bolt right there passing me. Woo, boys.
All right, we have officially made our first pass of the trip. We're now past Joel, barely, and it probably won't last very long. But we've done it, dang it. We are 30 miles in.
All right, so we are about, I'd say 45 minutes outside of the city. Got about an hour and 20 minutes left. With this cooler weather and temps, I'm getting awesome efficiency. It looks like 292 watts per mile, so probably what, 3.4 miles per kilowatt hour, so great efficiency. I actually got stuck behind some trucks, and Sebastian is probably a mile or two ahead of me. So he was able to not get in that traffic, and he kind of took off a little. For some odd reason, I guess FSD did not like me recording, so I have lost FSD until I stop and charge. So manual foot driving from here on out until my first supercharger stop. So yeah, so most of this trip will be I-30. So I-30 will get us probably, I believe, down into Dallas, and then once we get to Dallas, we'll hit I-35 south to take us the whole way around Dallas and into the Austin area. Starting to get some drops on the window, so like I said, we'll have rain off and on. Traffic has seemed to lighten up some, not as many trucks as on the road that were about 5-10 miles ago. We'll check in here with y'all in a bit. See you later.
All right, y'all, we are now 50 miles in. We just hit 75% state of charge. I am averaging 3.5 miles per kilowatt hour so far on my journey. I'm sticking to about 5 over-ish. Less than 5 over usually. Like right now I'm doing actually 78, the speed limit's 75. So, but we're cruising. We are 1 hour and 33 minutes or 113 miles away from the charger, and ABRP is currently showing an actual 16% arrival. So we've gained a couple percent since we left Little Rock, but we'll see how it goes.
So our first little minor issue has just popped up, and that is I have to use the bathroom. We got so busy filming back at Franklin Charging that I forgot to go to the bathroom. So that's what 2 cups of coffee and a bottle of water will do. I'm going to try to make it the 1 hour and 12 minutes to Nash, Texas. Don't know if that's going to happen. We shall see. I would like to see if I can get a rest area so I don't have to pull too far off the interstate and stop at a gas station or a restaurant. So I'll be looking out for those. But if I do have to stop, that will give Sebastian in his Bolt a tad more of an advantage. Maybe a 5 or 10 minute makeup time there. But we will keep you updated. Interesting news developing here on this Southern Sprint EV race to Austin. So an update on the restroom stop. Looks like, just check the map, looks like about 20 miles ahead there is a rest area. So I will pop off there. I'm not going to let him know that, let him figure it out for himself. I'm going to pop off there real quick, head to the bathroom, and then hop back on. See, my car may go farther than him, but his 25-year-old bladder can go farther than his 45-year-old bladder. So we didn't take that into account.
because it has started raining pretty decently outside. But yeah, 50% steady charge at 100.2 miles driven, 64 miles from the charger, so about an hour away. I don't know where Joel is. He has not passed me again. I do not see him behind me. I don't know if he's already stopped or if he's just out of view. I imagine we're probably stopping at the same place first, but I sent him a text and he has not replied. So, anyway, got like another hour before we get to New Boston, Texas, for our first supercharge of the trip. So, see y'all there.
So, unexpected restroom break is over. Wasn't planning for that. It is starting to rain a little bit harder. We expected that. It's going to rain mostly off and on for our entire trip here. With that stop, Sebastian probably has I'm guessing, a 5 or 6 mile lead on me right now. So I'll have to catch that up supercharging, which I should be able to catch that up on that first stop, considering it's probably going to take me 20 to 25 minutes to charge and probably take him 40 to 45 minutes to charge. So, yeah, we'll check in here in a little bit, see if I'm able to catch up some time with him. We have hit some traffic off and on. It seems I'm hitting it more than he is, so evidently he's able to weave in and out of it better than I am. Get y'all updated here in a little bit. So as you can see, the rain is coming down pretty hard now. Slowing down our speed a little bit to get past these trucks. So we knew we were going to have some rain today. Let's just hope we don't get any accidents or traffic jams to slow us up. Sebastian is still about 4 or 5 miles ahead of me. Lovely day for a race to Austin, Texas, in a Model Y and a Chevy Bolt.
I just wanted to point out real quick because I'm currently going through Hope, Arkansas, which if I did not have access to the supercharger network, I would have to stop here because there is not any real CCS infrastructure between Hope and I believe Mount Pleasant, Texas. And I am at 46%, so I would have to stop here and charge probably for a decent amount of time at a really slow speed. But thankfully, now that we can go to superchargers, I can actually use all of my battery before I have to stop. So, sweet.
It's a little update. We're about 15 minutes from our charging stop here in Nash, Texas. As you can hear probably in the video, the rain is coming down a whole lot harder, so nothing more fun than getting out the charger car when it's pouring down raining outside. Sebastian is still about, I think, 6 or 7 minutes ahead of me. He has slowed down, so looking at his speed, he is going only 65 right now, so I'm thinking he's trying to stretch that range out a little bit. We have no issues. We're going to arrive with about 25% left. I probably could stretch it to Sulphur Springs if I wanted to. But that charger is an older charger and it's about a mile off the road in a little city and it's not very convenient. Plus I know this is a brand new or newer level V3 in Nash, Texas, so shouldn't have any issues there. Not sure if Sebastian is going to stop in Texarkana or if he's stopping in Nash, so that's what they will figure out here in a little bit. But yeah, he's about 6 or 7 minutes ahead of me. But like we said earlier, I will charge a whole lot faster than he is, so anytime that I missed or got behind on my little potty break, I'll be able to make up probably the first charging stop. We're cruising, it's raining, but we're still doing, 77, 78 miles an hour. Check on here, we'll check in here in a bit once we get to the charge location. Battery is preconditioning, so we should be good to go.
Alright, y'all. I'm at 30%. We have 30 miles to our destinations, no problem. Still guessing 16% arrival, so it's still a little higher. we are about to cross into Texas. So, yeehaw. But yeah, I still haven't seen Joel. We just went through a little bit of traffic. For some reason, we got down to like 45 miles an hour on the interstate, and there wasn't a wreck. No one was pulled over. Don't really know what was going on there. But we're back up to speed now. But yeah, says I should be at the charger in 26 minutes. So I'll be excited to get there so I can stretch my legs. This first leg is always the longest, you know, when you go from 100% state of charge. Every leg after this will be shorter, and it'll be a little easier on my body. But anyway, making good progress. So you join me. I'm 18 miles from New Boston. I just talked to Joel because I was just curious. So he is maybe 3 miles or 4 miles behind me, and he is actually stopping sooner than I am. So he's going to stop in Nash, Texas, and I'm stopping in New Boston. He doesn't have the right mindset for a road trip race situation. He stopped to use the bathroom. He couldn't hold it. He couldn't wait. It's not very out of spec of him.
Arrived at our supercharger location, and as you can see, we have the whole place to ourselves practically. There's two Teslas charging. Just talked to Sebastian. He's actually stretching it out to New Boston, which is about 20 miles down the road. But I thought we'd stop here, plug in, and then check our map to see what's going on. So let's hop out real quick. We pretty much can pick any charger that we want. All right, it's back in. Like I said, these are brand new chargers, which are really nice. So let's pop out, plug in, see what's going on. Already opening it up because it's raining. All right, plug it in charge. All right. We are plugged in, ready to charge. So yeah, looks like that one doesn't want to work. Let's go try another one. Pulled up on the screen here, you kind of see our efficiency. We went up a lot. Went down a lot actually with the rain. We were averaging about 298 watts per mile. With the rain and a little bit of the wind went out, we're up to 312. Looks like we're gonna be here for about 25 minutes. I'm gonna head on here to the bathroom. I might play with that when we come back, but we only have about 3 stops between. There are two other superchargers between here, or 3 other superchargers here between here and Royse City. We only have about a 25-minute stop. I know Sebastian is gonna be up there in New Boston, but he'll be charging longer than us, so we'll probably end up passing him after we charge here on our way to Royse City. I don't know where he will charge after that. But that's kind of giving you an idea of where we're at now. We just actually passed a wreck too as well. That slowed us down, but not Sebastian because it actually happened after him. So we're gonna head on out, get something to drink, head to the restroom, come back in. Hopefully by then we'll be almost done charging. We head back on the road. You gotta love stops like this. Texas Best Smokehouse. We got a Dunkin' Donuts. We have a Golden Chicken. It's like a mini Buc-ee's inside. Supercharger station here. Gonna walk around with the car. Yes, I'm getting wet. I really don't care. Like I said, this is a newer supercharger station. I guess we got the place to ourselves. One newer Model 3 Island. And then there's me. All right, let's hop back in, get dry a little before we head on out.
All right, y'all, we are here. So I've just now got to get in the Tesla app because it's already raining. I don't know why. I need to go in there and take that car off because I don't actually have that car. New Boston, Texas. I want to charge here. I'm at 2D. Okay, before I start charging, I'm going to come over here. This will be the first time I'm using the all-new, I say all-new loosely, it's been out for a little while now, but I just got it. The A to Z Nax to CCS Typhoon Pro. If you look down here, I have the original Typhoon plug, but I have not used the new one yet, so excited to see how this goes. I'm gonna stop recording because it's raining and I'd rather just get it plugged in and started. So give me just a second. All right, we're plugged in. It just beeped. Here we go. Yeehaw. There we go, 50 kilowatts. That's exactly what I expected. All right, so let's bump this back out and take a look at, there we go, 14%, 51 kilowatt, 26 seconds. So let's jump in here to ABRP. Ooh, there's a faster route. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna cancel real quick, restart my position to the hotel plan. Cool, so it wants me to stay here till 76% and we'll get to Buc-ee's at 10% again. 68%, 10%, 31 minutes, Temple, Texas. Interesting, it added a stop. But, okay, we'll at least get to 76% and get to Royse City and then see where we go.
So a little update, we actually left those chargers in Nash. I don't know what was going on with them, but we were only pulling about 40 or 50 kilowatts at 50%. And basically it told me that I needed to unplug and I needed to leave. So we're actually gonna go down 20 minutes to New Boston, where Sebastian is charging. So I don't know if he's rated there yet or not, but that's where we're gonna head and plug in there and see if we get better results. But yeah, so don't know what was going on with that supercharger back there in Nash. There was no one there, so not sure. I mean, it wasn't limited due to there were cars and everything like that. So have no clue what's going on. So we'll hop back on the road here and head to New Boston. Like I said, that the Model Y was supposed to win the race, but you never know when you have issues with charging and weather and things like that. So we'll hop back on the road. We're back on interstate here and head 20 miles down the road and probably meet up with Sebastian, who's at New Boston. See you in a bit. So just got off the phone with Sebastian. He is at New Boston charging. He should be there when we get there. He said the parking lot does not drain well, so our feet are probably going to get wet. So yeah, so still don't know why we weren't getting any good power back there at that brand new station. So we move on and we progress. So I'll check in with you, and actually we'll check in with Sebastian too when we get to New Boston here in about 14 minutes.
So the New Boston Pilot, Exxon, whatever these superchargers are at, the parking lot does not drain very well. So now I have wet socks, which is definitely going to make the rest of this ride fun. Also interesting is that Joel called me like 5 minutes ago and told me that he was leaving Nash because he tried 2 different supercharger stalls and one didn't charge at all, and he had to actually go in and manually release the charge port so that he could get the cable out. And the other one wouldn't give him more than 40 kilowatts. And he said that the car actually told him to come to New Boston now. So he should be here shortly. I've been here maybe 10, 15 minutes now. I'll probably be here for like 30 minutes, but whatever. But yeah, should be a little more interesting though. We'll see him here in just a minute, hopefully.
All right, we are here.
Now turn right
at New Boston. Head over here to the chargers. Hopefully we have better luck with these. I do see a white Bolt here, parked down at the end down there. So I'm going to...
Now you have arrived at your destination.
Thank you for telling me I arrived at my destination. So I'm going to go down here and park, and it has stopped raining a little bit. So, oh, look who it is. It's Sebastian.
Look who it is, everybody. The one, the only, Joel Spencer. Ooh, look at him. Come on, a little further. A little further. There you go. Wow, look at this slowpoke. So slow.
Well, when you get the superchargers that don't work, you gotta improvise. I finally caught up with you. Let's see if I have some better luck here. Never.
All right, 20 minutes to continue trip. That's what we want to see. Oh yeah, a whole lot better there. That's what we want to see. All right, so let's see what we got here. Looks like we got to be here for about, it says 20 minutes, but this says 30. So about 20 minutes we'll be able to leave and head on over to Royse City. I'm going to go over and check in with Sebastian and see what he's doing. How much longer do you have? It has to do math.
30 minutes.
That's how I got about 20 or 30 minutes. We should pull out here at the exact same time.
This is more interesting than I thought it was going
See?
to be. I expect. Hey, how did I get so far past you?
I had to stop, make a potty break.
Oh yeah. Right. Because it's like I wasn't flying.
You were about a minute or two ahead of me, and then the potty break put you about 6 or 7 ahead of me, and then the wreck put you about 8 or 9 minutes ahead of me. So.
Because yeah, I've been here 10, 15 minutes now.
Yep. So yeah, this is New Boston. We're at an Exxon Pilot, which is an odd combination, and a Denny's. So yeah, the rain has finally stopped for a little bit, so I'm gonna stretch my legs, check in with Sebastian. We'll see you in a bit. All right, so Sebastian, I'm done charging. How much time you got left?
I am at probably 10 minutes.
All right, so I'll see you later.
All right, bye. Have fun.
I tried to give you a head run start, but you know. All right, we're gonna see you in Royse City.
See ya.
Maybe. All right, we're gonna unplug. And our next stop is everyone's favorite location, Buc-ee's in Royse City. Let's go in here. Let's check everything out. And you see we got about, we should arrive at about 16%. It's an hour and 45-minute drive. And we'll check in with you along the way.
So a little update. We are pulling 30 kilowatts at 63%. We've been here 42 minutes. Bolt life. Allegedly, ABRP thinks I should get to 75% before I leave here in order to make it to Buc-ee's at 10%. Let's just see if it still thinks that before I commit. Yep, wants me 75%. Wants me here for another 13 minutes. And then we'll drive an hour and 42 to Buc-ee's and then charge for another 45. So this is the life of road tripping a Chevy Bolt. But just for reference, Joel's already come and gone. So we'll probably see him at Buc-ee's again, but he'll probably be right at the end of his charge by the time we get there. But anyway, so long. Also, this Model Y right here has been here for 45 minutes and has not plugged in. They haven't gotten out of the car either. So I don't know what their deal is. Y'all, I quite simply don't want to be here anymore. So I'm at 70% instead of the 75 it wants me to get to. So hopefully, worst case scenario, I just get to Buc-ee's at 5%. Whatever. So I'm about to unplug and we're gonna hit the road. I forgot to mention it before we stopped last time. My efficiency so far over the last 169 miles is 3.2 miles to the kilowatt hour, which is fine. It actually matches what Joel said he was getting in his Model Y. He said he was at about 3.2 when he stopped as well. So it's fine. You know, EPA testing for the Bolt has it at 3.9 miles per kilowatt hour, but that EPA testing's not done at 70, 80 miles an hour constant. So I'll take it. Anyway, heading back out.
All right, so we are about 60 miles from Royse City. Buc-ee's. That's our next stop. Looks like we'll get there with about 20%. Our efficiency has kind of crept up a little. averaging about 3.2 miles per kilowatt hour. Rain off and on. Right now it's off, which is good. Traffic is thin. I am in front of Sebastian. I don't know by how far, but I would guess maybe 20 minutes. I'm not going super fast. There's no need for me to. So I'm just doing speed limit at 75. I'm doing 75. I did notice FSD did not want to go above 60 when it was raining outside, so I took off FSD for a while there. Haven't been using it for a while due to the rain. But yeah, everything's been fine. I got a little lead, got the lead back. Yes. And next stop is Royse City, and after that I should have one more stop at Abbott. And then heading on into Austin with an arrival, I'm guessing around 6:30 tonight, so probably 5.5 hours. We'll check in with you then.
Alright, y'all, it's been a little bit. I got distracted by just driving. I forgot I was kind of filming a video here. But we are at 37%. We are 43 minutes from our next stop, or 52 miles. And ABRP is suggesting a 9% arrival, so we're golden. Didn't need to charge any longer than I thought than it said I was doing when I left. You know, technically left early. It was wanting me to be there for another like 10-15 minutes, and I just was not gonna do that because I felt like I was good, and I was right. So I have no idea where Joel is. I'm stuck in some traffic back there. Got down to like 10 miles an hour for a little bit, so I don't know if he got stuck in the same traffic or he might have already been to Buc-ee's and left. I'm not 100% sure, but I guess we'll find out when we get there. Join me at 25% state of charge. We are 31 miles from our charger, 26 minutes, 8% arrival still. Everything still looks really good. Luckily, the rain has let up for now. Hopefully it's not raining when I get there because my feet are still wet from the last charge stop, and I don't want to make it worse. But everything's looking good. I'm still able to do whatever speed I want. It's not telling me I need to slow down or anything. So no worries here.
All right, we have arrived at our next charging stop, Buc-ee's, and this location, if you can see, has the Mercedes-Benz chargers. These are fairly new. They got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. We are going to actually head on over to the other side to where the superchargers are. So let's see if we can find those babies. Buc-ee's is, of course, the mecca of everything gas here in the South. So yeah, the chargers here are on the other side, according to the map. All right, we have arrived at the superchargers here, so we're gonna go head out, plug in. Nice thing is we don't have any rain right now. Let's go ahead and plug in, just like that. Make sure everything looks good charge-wise before we head on in. So it looks like about a 25-minute charge, ramping up. 134, 167 kilowatts, 95, that's what we want to see, 208. All right, we're at 208 kilowatts, we're good to go. We're gonna head on in, looks like we should be here for about 20 minutes now, it says, to get us to Abbott, Texas, and then our final destination in Austin. I'm gonna head on in, use the bathroom, get something to eat. I'm guessing by the time I pull out, Sebastian will be pulling in. So I probably have about a 20-25 minute advantage on him right now. Maybe I'll be wrong, maybe he'll get here a little bit earlier. We shall see.
In an interesting turn of events, I'm at 13%. I am 4 miles from Buc-ee's, and it is now projecting an 11% arrival, so I could have left even earlier from the last stop. But it's okay, we're learning. Maybe I won't listen to it as closely for the next one. I'll just kind of go more gut feeling based on what I think and not what ABRP thinks, because it's sometimes it thinks that I think it's a little pessimistic. Although that said, I have been driving around for the last month or so with this OBD dongle plugged in, so ABRP could learn my driving, learn kind of my average consumptions, and so it should be taking that onto account. However, what it doesn't know is I kind of think I'm higher because, like I said, for a little while there, we were doing like 10, 15 miles an hour. We've been in construction zone. I'm doing like 70 now instead of the 75 speed limit. Just kind of stuff like that, I think, is what's helping. But hopefully it keeps me kind of pessimistic, and maybe I can shave a little bit of time off of charge stops because of it. But we should be at Buc-ee's here in 3 minutes, and then we'll get to plug in and then have a bunch of fun. So.
My, look who finally decided to join us here in Royse City, Texas. Nice park job, by the way, there, Sebastian. Love that park job. I'd like to congratulate you on this awesome park job, by the way.
Well, someone took the spot that's best for people.
Yeah, I thought it'd be gone before that, but I got talking and things like that, so. What did you finish with? How much percent?
10%. So I could have left earlier.
Yes, you could have. I finished with 23.
But it told me if I stayed the other extra 10 minutes, I was going to get here at 10%. So
I got like 8 minutes left, so.
gotta get this pulled up. Come on now.
All right, well, he's going to plug in and charge. I'm sure he'll do video. I'm going to head back to my car and go to the bathroom and head on out so I can still be ahead of him. All right, our bellies are full and we are heading out. Sebastian is down there charging. He's got a little ways to go. We are all done charging. Actually, I probably could have stopped about 5 minutes ago. All right. See what we got going on for our next stop. Keep. Okay, we got enough charging to continue our trip. Looks like Abbott, Texas, 26%. State of charge arrival. Hour and 53 minutes, 103 miles. Looks like we may have some traffic and stoppage along the way there. We are going to be going around Dallas here, so probably have some slopes around there. We'll check in with you when we get a little bit closer to Dallas. See you in a bit.
Alright, y'all, heading back to my car to eat some lunch at the Buc-ee's. We've been here like 30 minutes now. Let's see what we're at. If I can walk faster. By the way, really liking the new redesigned A to Z Typhoon Pro adapter. Pretty great having just the one button. You just push it all together. Let's get in here. 89 miles. Gotta need a little bit more before we can get out of there. So I'm gonna get in and eat. See y'all later.
So as we come into the Dallas area, we've hit two things, construction and traffic. So right now we're in Mesquite, Texas here. Getting ready to hop on, I believe it's I-635 south to get us the bypass around Dallas till we hit I-35. Sebastian is probably getting ready to leave the charging station here shortly. So he's still behind us. You're still ahead. I was leaving as he was pulling in. So we still have a good lead, but you know, anything can happen. I could get caught in something, he could get caught in something, so we'll keep you updated about what's going on our Southern Sprint, our EV race to Austin. Catch you on a little bit. We have run into that good old Dallas traffic. So hopping on Interstate I-635 South in Mesquite here, we've hit some construction and traffic. Going kind of slow. Sebastian is still behind us. He should be leaving the supercharger station here in a little bit. At Buc-ee's. So we will update you here once we get through this and get to Dallas. We have about an hour and a half to our
I'm guessing our final charging stop, which is in Abbott, Texas. Should get there a little bit after 4, traffic and construction permitting. We will check in with y'all in a little bit on our Southern Sprint race to Austin.
All right, you guys join me. I am still here at Buc-ee's. Car says we've got 116 miles to empty. ABRP says 104 miles to our destination. Wants me to stay here for another 10 minutes. I'm just curious if I back out of here, cancel my drive, restart, plan. Still wants me to do 10 minutes. Oh, but it took away my Temple stop again. It wants me to stop for an hour now in Abbott. I don't know if I'll do that. I might do 30 minutes in Abbott and 30 minutes in Temple. We'll see. But, okay. I'll stay here for a little bit longer and then hit the road. Joel's a decent little bit ahead of me now because he was basically done by the time I got here. So, all right, I think I'm going to go ahead and go because looking at it, it wants me to stay another like 10 minutes. But if I look at my map, I have a bailout option here in Red Oak, Texas that is open to Nash. It has a Rivian charging score. So, worst case scenario, if I can't make it down here to Temple, I'll just stop in Red Oak. So, I'm going to get unplugged, hit the road.
Update. So as you can see, we're still not through Dallas yet. We've probably been fighting traffic here for the better part of 45 minutes. We just can't get going. I don't know what's the holdup. I didn't see any wrecks or anything. Could be a combination of the weather. Could be a combination of some construction. It could be the combination of people not knowing how to drive. But yeah, we still can't get through this construction, which means Sebastian, who is somewhere behind me, is going to be hitting this as well. Hopefully, once we get on I-35E South, it will clear up a little bit for us, which we should be getting off here in about a half mile. Yeah, so kind of sucks sitting in traffic here in rainy Dallas, Texas.
All right, you guys join me. It's only been like 30 minutes since I left. You guys join me in Dallas, and I remember every time I drive in Dallas. I don't remember it until I get to Dallas, but I swear, driving in Dallas always takes 10 years off of my life. I hate this town. I don't hate this town. I hate driving in this town. Anyway, I have a feeling Joel's pretty good ways ahead of me at this point because he's not currently doing 15 miles an hour in traffic. But it is what it is. Welcome to Texas.
So update, finally through all the traffic of Dallas. We're on the south side of Dallas heading into Abbott, Texas. We're about 45 minutes from our charging stop. Looks like we may have a little detour around there. The Waze app and the Tesla app have me get off and exit to bypass some stuff. I don't know if it's construction or a wreck or something, but it's only like a 6 or 7 minute detour, so shouldn't be that bad. Other than that, things are going great. No problems. Bye, Dallas traffic. Dallas traffic, you suck. Glad I'm through you. But I gotta come through you again in a couple days. We'll catch up with you all in a bit here whenever we get to our charging stop in Abbott, Texas.
So there's good news and bad news to traffic. Well, the bad news is it's slowing me down. The good news is I now have an expected arrival of 16% at the Abbott, Texas Supercharger, which if y'all remember, I believe it was what, 8% when I left Buc-ee's. So I have so far gained 8%, and between just regen and the fact that I'm getting better efficiency because we're driving slow, etc., etc. We'll see. I'm still in traffic. It could get better. Maybe it'll be like 25%. I don't know. But that hopefully means that I absolutely do not have to stop in Red Oak and can go straight to Abbott. But anyway, we'll see if we ever get there.
So Tesla navigation and Waze had us get off of 35 East South. Don't know if it's construction or a wreck, but we're taking a little detour on the country roads here of Texas. Looks like it's going to take us about 15 minutes to go 33 miles, but looks like that's going to save us some time. So we'll check back in with you when we get to Abbott. Just enjoying the scenery here in the heartland of Texas. It's beautiful, I must say. It looks like the sun's even trying to come out. The rain has stopped. That is a good sign. We will check in with y'all here in a little bit.
I think we are finally out of the traffic. I'm able to finally do 70 miles an hour again. Yay! We are 51 miles from the Abbott, Texas supercharger. Apple Maps says we'll be there in 50 minutes. We're at 46% and ABRP is suggesting a 17% arrival. So we are doing pretty good. Hopefully I can gain a little bit of speed once we kind of get more out of the city. But yay! Hopefully we're done with traffic for now.
All right, pulling into our supercharger station here, looks like we have a wait. So I'm going to, maybe not. There's one stall available. Heck yeah, look at me, I got lucky. One stall available. All right, so since this place is pretty busy, I'm probably just going to charge for maybe like 5-10 minutes. I'm an hour away from Temple, Texas. There's a 42 charge Buc-ee's station down there. So I may just get enough here to get me to Buc-ee's, and then I may dip on out because this place is super busy and there's only like 8 stalls here. So we'll see what's gonna happen and I'll update you here in a bit once I figure everything out.
You guys join me now at 34%. I am 25 minutes from the Abbott supercharger. I do not know where Joel is. He is either at Abbott or has already gone and left Abbott. Just depends on how bad the traffic was when he went through compared to when I went through. Says we'll be at Abbott at 5 o'clock. I'm not sure what time I'm going to get to Austin at this point. I know the original estimate was like 7-11, but I have a feeling with traffic that it's probably shifted closer to 8 o'clock. But no worries, still enjoying myself. I'm getting plenty of time to stretch my legs at charging stops. I would love to, at some point, purchase a car that charges a lot faster than this and then do this same trip and just see how it compares and how it feels, because you know my Bolt is great for commuting and that's what I do 99% of the time, but this is the weak spot of the car for sure. But anyway, I'll see. Probably won't check in again until we get to Buc-ee, or not Buc-ee's, wherever Abbott, Texas supercharger is. Got Buc-ee's on my mind still. But anyway.
All right, so made the decision, just plugged in for like 5 minutes, it looks like, to get me another hour and 3 minutes down the road to Temple. This supercharger station is packed. There was probably like 2 or 3 cars waiting. So I'm gonna head down there, charge up there, and then that should be my last stop before I get to the outside of Waco. So we're gonna unplug and head to Temple, Texas, to Buc-ee's, a 42 charge, I believe a 42 stall, maybe more than that, 42 stall supercharger station down there. So let me go unplug and we'll see you at our next stop at Buc-ee's.
So, we might have a problem. We are 12 minutes away from Abbott, and ABRP is just now reporting that it is full. The supercharger is full. So if that's the case, I guess we'll wait. But
that will be a delay, unfortunately. We'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky and there'll be one spot that I can squeeze in. It's always something. I just did some quick mapping, and it looks like there are no other options other than Abbott at this point. And I called Joel, and he said it was full, that he was there for 5 minutes and just to get enough to get him to Temple. And then he left, but he said yeah, it was full. So that might that's gonna hurt our gap, because he's actually not that far ahead of me right now, which is surprising. But this might be where the gap actually begins to widen and we get closer to that he gets there an hour before me territory. But anyway, it is what it is. So this might be a site that needs expansion, because two Teslas just pulled in. These are all full. Yeah, so let's look at a map here, now that I'm able to. Let me cancel you. Let's see if I can make it. Ooh, what's this? How far are you? Let's navigate. Go here. I'll get there at 10%. Let's see. So that's Electrify America. Let me open up Plug Share. All right, y'all. Well, we might be getting close to just going to this EA station, and in Waco. Let's see here. ABRP says I'll get there at 10%, but considering 2 Teslas just came in, 2 left, and they both took the spot and left me, I guess, because I'm not in line. But I am, whatever. We will go to Waco. We will squeeze it. I was really hoping to not have to go to EA on this trip. You know, that was kind of the whole thing, is yay, I don't have to go to Walmart, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna get back out on the highway and we'll see y'all there.
Welcome to Waco, where the traffic also is not good. So I just have about 35 minutes to the charging station, but it's quitting time and we're in Waco, so everything seems to be backed up right now. So should get there plenty of charge. Get there with 20%. 41 minutes to go 37 miles, which isn't bad, but it's having me pop off the exit here for a little bit and then kind of pop back on. So we'll see what happens there. Just wanted to check in, just talked to Sebastian. He ended up, he was at the Abbott supercharger that I was at, he pulled into, and had some issues with 2 Teslas cutting in front of him while he was waiting in line. So, not cool Teslas, not cool. So he decided to stretch it to an EA station. So he's gonna stretch it to an EA station in Waco. So he's on his way to Waco to charge at the EA station, since the supercharger here is 150 and he can't charge his Bolt at a 150 V2. So that's where we're at right now. The sun is setting. Skies look like they're clearing up some. The sky does look a little funky. You kind of see it up the corner up here. Right there. You can see the sky looks a little funky, but I think everything's starting to clear out a bit. So hopefully, I actually had to put sunglasses on for a while. So we'll see in a little bit once we get to Buc-ee's and Temple. The gnarly looking skies of Texas right now. I have to say they are pretty cool looking. Look at those clouds, the sun is setting. Awesome picture to look at as we go the back roads of Waco. Hopefully the rain has stopped, but y'all just take a minute and look at them clouds. Look at that. That's scenery right there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
So Joel, I am at the EA station.
Do I need to come back and pick you up?
No, you're fine. I'm here. Only 4
Okay.
stalls are working of the 8, and they're all in use. And there are 3 cars waiting.
You're just making an excuse for how bad I'm beating.
Yeah. So there's currently an Ioniq 5 waiting, a BMW i5, and then me. And there is a Q4 e-tron charging, a RS e-tron charging, which looks pretty dang sweet, and a Nero.
It does. You need to see if these people are all going to Electrify Expo, because I'm thinking that with all these chargers being full, that could be the reason.
Or it's just commute time in Waco, Texas. I don't know. But yeah, it's a little... I made all that effort to leave the Tesla supercharger because the people made me mad, and then I get here and it's full. So, sweet.
If it makes you feel better, I'm 20 minutes from a 50 stall supercharger at a Buc-ee's.
Yeah, that doesn't make me feel better at all. You suck. Okay, well, I'm gonna go wait in line. You have fun with that.
Hey, don't let anyone cut in front of you again.
I know. I'm gonna have to get myself turned around so I can watch it like a hawk.
I know. Have fun. I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I don't know if y'all will be able to hear me because of the wind, but just a little status update is we still have 3 charging here, 3 stalls dead, myself, an Ioniq 5, and this BMW waiting. Oh, he's coming up to talk to these people because his e-tron unplugged like 10 minutes ago and has not moved their car. So he's getting drama here. It's getting spicy.
Buc-ee's in Temple, Texas. This is how charging should be. 72 stalls, y'all. We have all these brand new V3s right through here, maybe V4s, and then the whole way on the other side over there, we have superchargers over there. It is windy. Woo! All those Tesla superchargers. 72 of them. Currently, there's about 30 cars here. That's how it should be done. My last stop on our Southern Sprint race to Austin. I'm only about an hour away from the hotel. Sebastian's stuck somewhere in an EA station. God love him. So we're just gonna only be here for about 5 or 10 minutes. I don't even have to go in Buc-ee's. And the birds are crazy right now. So we're gonna charge for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll be at the hotel. Awesome station here.
Yeah, I think this Ioniq 5 is about to leave, and then I will finally get to charge. I've been waiting like 35 minutes. I saw while we were here, a Silverado EV pulled up, was being driven by a GM employee. Got to talk to him a little bit. He decided he was going to go find somewhere else to charge, which I guess you can do that when you have a 212 kilowatt hour battery pack. But yay, finally getting to pull up. We're going to get to do the charge. I think this might end up being my last stop because I'm only 93 miles from the hotel. I kind of really wanted to go to Temple because it's a gigantic site, but maybe I'll do that on the way home instead. All right, we are walking back over to the charger. I had to go and get myself some food because there wasn't really anything else over here. So, I believe this is my last stop at this point. I think I can make it to the hotel from here, hopefully. See what percent I'm at when I get to there, but this is why I didn't want to go to EA on this trip. All right, so we are at 65%. I'm about to do some math and figure out if this is all I need to get to the hotel. Interestingly, the time reset on the charger, which is the only thing that reset. The energy delivered and the charging costs are correct, but it says I've only been here 11 minutes, which is definitely not right. Not important. I am currently downloading some clips off my dash cam, just so I have some filler to add in here. And once that's finished, I will probably get out, unplug, and then make it to the hotel. Fingers crossed. All right, finally leaving this EA station from hell. ABRP says I will get to the hotel at 23%, which I wanted to get to at least 20% because I wanted to have enough juice to get around town a little bit before I go charge, before we come home. So that was a little bit on purpose because I believe tomorrow we will just take Joel's Model Y to the expo to do everything because he can charge way faster than I can. But I've got to figure out how to get back out on the interstate and then head into Austin. Wish me luck.
All right, it is 7:20, and I'm proud to announce that I have arrived first at our destination here at our hotel in Austin. Not a surprise. The trip was eventful. Took longer than I thought, 10 and a half hours. So, yeah. I would have to say that traffic and weather probably cost me an hour and a half. It took us forever to get through Dallas, and with just the weather and traffic and construction. That's where we got held up, and also got held up around Waco too, around quitting time. So yeah, I was supposed to originally arrive like 5:45, 6 o'clock. So yeah, about an hour and a half I lost, which kind of sucks. Sebastian is still out on the road somewhere. He did make his final charging stop, so no more stops until he gets here. I'm gonna go inside and check in, get everything in, and then pop back outside once Sebastian arrives, if I'm not asleep. Sorry, Sebastian, but yeah, it must be tough driving a Bolt. And we'll get his experience about what happened and wrap it up. Thanks, y'all.
We have made it to Temple, which is where I was hoping to stop tonight, instead of not being able to charge at Abbott and then having to charge at Waco and wait 30 minutes and all that. My original plan was to charge in Abbott just enough to reach to Temple, because Temple has V3 and V4 superchargers, and it's at another Buc-ee's. But, oh well, we are passing the Temple Buc-ee's now. I am 51 minutes away from the hotel. I'm assuming Joel is there. He has not told me if he is or isn't. If he's not there, he should be there like any time now, considering he didn't have to wait 40 minutes to charge. But anyway, it's dark. I'm tired. I'm ready to go. Alright, y'all. You join me 15 miles from my destination. 14 minutes to go. 37% state of charge, and it is now estimating a 31% arrival. So I have somehow gained or gotten the arrival to adjust by almost 10% since leaving. And I haven't really hit any traffic or anything. I've been doing a solid 75 or 80 pretty much this whole time until right about now, because we're getting more into town. So cool. Good for me. It's been a long day. Really, honestly, other than the slow charge time, this hasn't been too bad. You know, it's pretty remarkable. This is the first actual, I've gotten used to Tesla superchargers like maybe once or twice, but they were like, it was like a one-stop trip, right? So it's been awesome to actually get to use them multiple times on this trip, and they just worked both times. And I mean, to EA's credit, once I got to a working dispenser, it had no issues. You know, didn't experience anywhere derates or anything all day today. But also, interestingly, Joel had issues in his Tesla at a Tesla supercharger that the car routed him to. Issues to the point that the car routed him there. He tried like 2 different times to charge, and the car told him to leave and go somewhere else, which is bizarre to me. And this kind of gets into that. Tesla has been, you know, Tesla is probably still the most reliable charging network, but I think now that more and more people are using them, we're starting to see more and more issues that maybe wouldn't have been noticed previously kind of crop up. But nonetheless, I mean, he still made it. He still beat me. He's there. I don't know how long he's been there for, but he's at the hotel. He told me to call him when I'm close so he can come down and record me pulling in. But anyway, it's been a fun trip. It's been super interesting, super knowledgeable. I'm excited to maybe do it again in the future in a different vehicle, and just to see how it compares and how far we've come, especially as we keep going and we build more and more EV charging destinations and you know, NEVI sites and etc. But I'm gonna stop yapping. I've got 12 minutes to go. See y'all there.
There he is, folks. The man, the myth, and the legend. Sebastian pulling in exactly 1 hour after I got here. 8:20. 1 hour. There he is, folks. He's pulling in. Bringing the Bolt in. You win. 1 hour exactly.
Honestly, so 1 hour exactly.
I pulled in at 7:20. What time is it?
8:20.
There you go.
1 hour exactly, and that's with me having to wait 40 minutes to charge.
Ooh, and that's with me going to the farm fields of Temple.
Honestly, that's not as bad as I
No.
thought it would be.
I honestly thought you were going to get here at about 9.
Yeah, I mean, I thought an hour behind you. That's
Yep.
what I thought.
Yep.
Which I mean is what it was.
Yep.
But if I hadn't had to wait 40, that's
Yep.
okay.
Did you have slope coming into Austin?
Not really.
See, I
So
did.
That helped a little.
I did. I was going probably 45, 40 for about
Yeah, I was
5,
pretty
6
good.
minutes. Yeah.
I was pretty good all the way through.
Yep.
At least after.
Did you have
my
any hold
EA
up at Temple?
experience. Barely.
Okay.
But yeah, cool.
All right, so we arrived, y'all. We're here, all in one piece. We're heading out to Electrify Expo tomorrow. I'm going to help Sebastian get your stuff in. Then we're going to go in and probably go to bed. He's already eaten, so see y'all later. Thank you for joining us on our, what do we call it? Our Southern Sprint race to Austin with the Bolt and the Model Y. See y'all later.